All right, let's dive in. Today, we are talking about one of the biggest, most exciting shifts in how we build, well, pretty much everything. It's a concept called DePIN, and it's completely flipping the script on how we create real-world infrastructure. We're talking about a shift away from the big corporations and instead building from the ground up, powered by, you guessed it, people just like you and me.
So to really get this, let's start with a basic question. How do you even build a global network? I mean, seriously, think about it. Whether it's for the internet or cloud storage or even just mapping the entire planet, the scale is just massive, and the cost, it's astronomical. So how's it been done up until now? And more importantly, is there a better way to do it?
Well, for decades, the answer was pretty much always the same, right? You had a handful of giant tech and telecom companies investing billions and billions of dollars to build these massive centralized data centers and cell towers. They owned it all, they controlled the whole network, and we just paid them to use it. The DePIN way, though, it completely flips that on its head. Instead of some giant corporation building it, the network is built by us, by the users. We contribute our own hardware, and the best part, in return, we get rewarded with crypto tokens.
Okay, so we've got the old way versus the new way. Now let's really dig in and define what this whole DePIN thing actually is.
So DePIN, it stands for Decentralized, Physical, Infrastructure Networks. It's basically a fancy way of saying it's a model that uses blockchain and token rewards to crowdsource building and running actual physical stuff in the real world. And look, this isn't just a tiny little change, it's a complete paradigm shift. It's designed to break the monopoly of the big tech giants by giving the power and the ownership back to the people who are actually building and using the network.
And DePIN isn't just one thing. It covers both the physical and the digital worlds. It kind of breaks down into two main categories. First up, you've got physical resource networks, or PRNs. Think of stuff you can actually touch and see. You know, wireless hotspots, maybe energy grids, sensor networks. Then on the other side, you have digital resource networks, or DRNs. This is where we pull together digital things, like all that unused internet bandwidth you have, or spare cloud storage space, or even the raw computing power from your gaming PC when you're not using it.
Okay, but wait a second. How on earth do you convince millions of people all over the world to actually contribute their stuff, their hardware, their bandwidth? Well, this is where the economics get really, really clever. Let's take a look at the engine that makes this whole thing go. They call this engine the DePIN flywheel, and it's a perfect name because it's this awesome self-perpetuating cycle. It all starts with offering token rewards to the very first people who plug in their hardware. That builds out the supply side, right? Then, as the network gets bigger and more useful, it starts attracting real users and developers who are willing to pay to use it. That money, those fees, they increase the demand for the token, which drives up its value. And what does that do? It attracts even more people to provide hardware. See? The wheel just keeps spinning, getting bigger and stronger with every turn.
Let's just break that down real quick into 4 simple steps. Step 1, you contribute some resource. Maybe it's your Wi-Fi, maybe it's some hard drive space. Step 2, you earn the network's crypto token as a reward for doing that. Step 3, as the network gets better, it attracts more users and developers. And step 4, all that usage drives up demand and value for the token, which, you guessed it, feeds right back into step 1, encouraging more people to join.
Now, you're probably thinking, how can a network possibly afford to send out millions of tiny little payments to people all over the globe? Well, that's the magic of highly efficient blockchains. A lot of the top DePIN projects, for example, are built on Solana. And on Solana, the average transaction cost is, well, look at that number. It's a tiny, tiny fraction of a cent. That makes a global system of micropayments not just possible, but actually super cheap to run.
So what does this all boil down to for you, for the individual? It's a brand new way to earn passive income. I mean, you can literally put the hardware you already own, your computer, your Wi-Fi router, even your car, to work earning your rewards while you do, well, nothing. You don't have to lift a finger.
And hey, this isn't just some crazy theory on a whiteboard. Let's look at how DePIN is actually being used in real, tangible projects that are out there making waves right now.
Okay, check these out. For digital storage, you've got Filecoin, where you can literally rent out your unused hard drive space. Need computing power? A project like Aether is pulling together idle GPUs from gamers and creators all over the world to power AI and high-end gaming. Then there's HiveMapper, which is building a global map just by rewarding people who stick a simple dash cam in their car. And of course, Helium, which is creating decentralized wireless networks by paying people to set up 5G hotspots and other network devices.
And it's getting even crazier. This whole concept is evolving into dedicated consumer products.
We are now seeing actual smartphones designed from the ground up to be nodes on these networks. You've got the Xforge phone, which runs on the base network and gives you a 20% bonus on your rewards. And then there's the Solana Seeker, which unlocks all sorts of boosts across its ecosystem. This is a huge deal. It signals a real shift toward mainstream adoption, making it as easy to participate as just buying a new phone. Okay, so we've got the economic model, we've got real-world projects, but there's a huge piece of the puzzle missing. How do you actually secure a network that's built by thousands, maybe millions, of totally anonymous people? Let's talk about the trust layer.
I mean, this really is the fundamental question, isn't it? If a network is going to pay you for, say, sharing your internet connection, how does it prove you actually did it? How does it stop people from just cheating the system and collecting rewards for nothing?
Well, a huge part of the answer lies in some pretty advanced cryptography, specifically something called zero-knowledge proofs, or ZKPs. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Imagine you could prove to someone you know a secret password without ever telling them the password itself. That's kind of what ZKPs do. In the DePIN world, they let a device prove that it did a certain job or provided a resource, all without having to share any sensitive data. It's basically the cryptographic proof of work.
But as you can imagine, managing millions of these proofs is super complex, and that's where a technology like W3B Stream comes into play. You can think of it like a universal translator or an aggregator. It's this middle layer that gathers up all these different proofs from all the real-world devices, bundles them up nice and neat, and sends them to the blockchain for verification. Then a smart contract can just check the proofs and automatically pay out the token rewards. It makes the whole system trustworthy and incredibly efficient.
So, with the tech figured out and the economics in place, the potential here is just enormous. So where does this all go from here? What's next for DePIN? You know, a lot of experts are saying we are right on the cusp of a massive breakthrough. The common prediction you hear is that 2025 and 2026, those are going to be the years that DePIN goes from being this niche crypto thing to a truly mainstream force, especially when it starts to collide with other huge technologies.
And maybe the biggest, most powerful combination on the horizon is DePIN plus AI. Think about it. Artificial intelligence needs an almost unimaginable amount of computing power. Right now, that power is controlled by just a handful of massive companies. What DePIN does is create a global decentralized pool of that exact same power, one that can be tapped into by anyone. It's literally building the foundation that the next generation of AI will run on. And that really brings us to a final, powerful thought here. For the very first time, building infrastructure on a global scale isn't something that's only for corporations with billions of dollars. It's being opened up to, well, everyone. So the next big data center, the next global wireless network, the next map of the world, it might not be built by some tech giant. So the real question is, will it be built by you?